Peace be with you, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. So we're going to be doing some plumbing. We're going to install. Hi, Pan Pan. He's watching my sink. We're going to install our new sink here with all its new parts and mechanisms. First thing we have to do is we have to go down into the hole here. And turn off our water down here. Water is off. All right. There's my big banner. Look at that. That's the big one. All right, let's stop fooling around. Let's get onto our sink. All right, so we're going to be installing the new sink down here. We're going to have to remove everything out of here. Get the camera kind of set up for view. I may have to move this over here. Get out of the way for now. Don't fall down on me. Come on now. Get yourself up. Stand up straight. Straight and tall. Be a man. All right. Coffee maker. Got some window cleaner. Big bunch of it. Here's all my. I usually keep tons of sink plumbing equipment stuff underneath there in case, you know, I need to do repairs or something. I think that's all we need to remove out of here. We can get to everything else. Go on and turn this thing on. So we have some light inside here. Oopsies. All right. Let's try to get our bucket set up. Kind of see. All right, now water is off. I want to see. Mechanism here. Grab this stuff here. We have these ends. What I'm going to do is I'm going to detach everything first from the main line and install these right here first. I don't really know if we need any of this plumber's tape here, but we may use it just to form a seal around the ends over there. Since it says it gave it to us, we might as well wrap a little bit around it, make it tight and secure. But let's grab a wrench. Not sure if we can just do it, take it off with just, just these, or if I need to use a different wrench, but we're going to give it a try. We'll take you guys up in here with me. How about that? You like to get in here? Get that bird's eye view. I'm going to set this battery system here. Just give it a little bit of weight. All right. Now a little water is going to drain off of here, of course. All right. We've got our towel. So we got a towel down here to catch all that. All right. Oh, night, night. So here we got our towel right here, down in here, catching the water. We should have turned the waters off. I should have drained it from downstairs, but that's okay. See, I got a little mechanism downstairs that I can open up and all the water will flow back down the other direction. Come on now. There we go. Water's off from this little tube here. Grab this one. Pull this one over here. Ah! What the fuck? Sorry about that. I must have bumped the camera and made it a little picture. Didn't intend to. It happens. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll grab this side, this one here. All right. All right. Now we got both of them off. Now what we want to do, I'll put those on later. I want to remove the actual sink from up here. Let's put these back over here again. This towel right here. Wipe me a little area. Remove my hat for a minute. We're going to be going up now to where the actual sink is. If I can get the phone to stay, these little things up here we want to get. Hopefully I can do it all by hand. Don't have to undo. I want to undo no sink part. Like the plumbing. Well, there's that. This is the hard part. I hate because I got this shelf thing here. And it hurts my back when I lay on it. See if I can soften it up with this rug here. Give me a little softness to lay against. My God, this wood. The wood really eats my back up. Hope you guys can see it on. Big head's not in the way, but it is, it is. I gotta get this off. Come on now. Now, I want that doohickey off. Ah, let me try to get these off first, I guess. See, I can cut these because I don't really need them anymore. But it's a matter of getting them through the hole without it. But I don't think I can. But the sink still works, so I don't want to, actually tear it up. Of course. I'm going to see if I can't. Well, at least remove this middle one. There's a big one here. That's attached to the center hose sprayer. Get my light real quick, guys. I need to see what's going on in this thing. Ah. I hate these doohickeys where you squeeze them, flip them on, you know. This, possibly. So we'll bring you up now. You don't really need down there much. So here is the deal. This right here. So I got to grab hold of this and this to turn this. Otherwise, this thing just keeps turning. We don't want that to just keep turning. That's where I got to get the other tool. Hopefully, I got something that'll fit over that. One of these might fit. Let's see. That is too little. What about this? It's a little too much, too little, but this should be. That's just right. This one. We'll have this one sitting here, so that way I can grip this. Let me grab my big pipe wrench. This one I can actually squeeze on here. Get a good grip on it, like that. I really cranked this one day on here. I didn't really need to, but I didn't want to fool with it, you know. I was pretty. Come on, man. I hate these plastic things here. They're cheap, to be honest. May have to grab my elephant. This damn thing don't want to get a good grip. Turn. I really cranked it on one day. There we go. So I was tired of having there's this leak that was going on. And I didn't want to have that leak. The new one I have is going to be a lot easier to put on. This right here is all stupid. Plus, it was the old landlord, where the guy I bought the house from. You know, they had this stupid mechanism going on. To me, complete fucking foolishness. So, pop that out, then we can pull this one all the way up through here. Use this one to squeeze it. So there's the old one. Still works. There's nothing wrong with this. This sink works, right? So that's why I didn't want to destroy it, because I like to keep things. You know, in case something goes bad somewhere else, I always have an extra sink or faucet. All right, so now an important thing to do first is plug this battery on the phone. The phone is starting to die, so make sure this is plugged in. There we go. All right, so got that all cleaned. Before we lay the new sink in, I also have this to remove off of here. There's the old hose there. Got my steel wool here. If you want to clean this sink. Come on now, quit biting me. Peace be with you, Usman. I see you guys. Peace be with you, Wyatt. Wyatt's going to try to coach me here. We want you to have a set time each day you stream. Oh, I'll get to the comments after I'm done working. Yeah, and I'll turn the comments on. There you go. Wyatt. People always telling me what to do. And it's a little goofy if you ask me. Because I'm not trying to make money. I'm not here to profit. I'm just here to share my own life experiences and the things that I know. I'm not, like everybody else is trying to do what they do on YouTube, Wyatt. So, I mean, I'm sorry. I just don't care. Boy, this is some sticky shit right here. This glue I had on the sink. There we go. Got it underneath it finally. The seal. I want to clean all that seal off though before I lay my new sink on here. Can't wait to get my new sink in too, man. I'm gonna be so happy. My sprayer had been gone off of it. I hate not having a sprayer. But don't be saying no foul things in my comment section either, though, Wyatt. I get tired of that shit. Remember, I'm blocking anybody who does that. So please refrain from that. I don't really want to block people, but I can't have all that nonsense. It's not grown up shit. Other people do it and they get a kick out of it. They like to see it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not in on all that nonsense that most YouTubers do. To me it's fucking childish. We got that. Well, it's sticky shit. Next time I'm not I told him not to get this kind either. I told him this kind is for like really waterproofing, like an outside faucet type thing around the edges. It's just rubbery. I told him just get the white shit. The bathroom caulking, there's no reason to get no damn heavy duty type shit. At least not for your sink anyway. Let me wipe this, clean this all off, get this nice and clean real good. So that everything fits on here nice and smooth. It seems like, goddamn, I'm telling you, these people, when they do their handiwork, it's their handiwork is more of a job of cleaning up their stupid shit that they put on it than to get it, you know, done on here the right way. You wouldn't have to do none of this shit. You can just peel it off. All the caulking would pull off, all that. But when they do this shit, all right. Got a little bucket of water here to wipe this down with. I don't feel any caulking. I don't want no air gaps laying down, or maybe water goes up underneath it because there's caulking, and then it starts to mildew or mold up underneath the damn sink. This is another thing that you got to watch. That's why I'm cleaning this bottom off nice and good, so that way it fits on here. We don't have no problem. And this time, instead of everything running down one hole, so everything had been running down one hole, I've got these two holes with my new sink. I got 3 holes here. I'll be able to use all 3 of those holes the way that they're supposed to be used. They don't care. Whenever I tell them, no, don't get that, don't get that, that's not the right kind, they just don't give a damn. Now what we got to do is we got to get our sprayer, this thing right here, off, and the spray holder. So underneath here, let me see if it's an easy spin one. Easy spin. But they got the damn thing glued with this fucking seal. Look at that. Goofy shit. They got that mechanism off. I usually keep these things because, you know, there's nothing really wrong with those. This is what I don't like. All this fucking goofy ass shit that's on the damn this glue. Complete moronic. People pretending like they're plumbers, thinking they're plumbers or some shit. Listen to me, all you wannabes out there. You don't need all that fucking shit all over here. If you put it in the right way, all you need later on is the caulking. You don't need all this shit. So please don't add it on. Don't put it all on there. There's no point to it. All right, we got it. We got it all clean. Now what I'm going to do is get my blow dryer. The way I can make sure that everything on here is nice and dry before I install, and make sure there's no glue. I see there's still a little bit of glue right in here. I'm gonna grab that dry, try to get it to roll, you know, like a booger. That's good. Nice and smooth now. Don't feel no bumps. A little bit right here. Let's see what's this. Oh, okay, that came out. All right. All right, so we got it nice and dried up. And all we have is our new one right here. New sink. I want my handles. So you gotta make sure your turn. I want my handles to run in. Push them gently out, back and forth. So this is the one. Go ahead and take these off. They got their own little rubber seal on it. Now what I like to do here is I like to go ahead and install these on here like that. But we're going to go ahead and we'll wrap some plumber's tape around the end. Since they gave us some, right? We'll go ahead and use it. Let's remove the other side off of here as well. I like to put the middle one on, all of these on. That way everything can go down easy. I'll just slide these right up the loops, slide them on, and then all we have to do is connect in the water main line on the bottom. Easy peasy, right? No difficulty, none of the craziness that we had to go through. Shouldn't have to go through any of that. It should be very easy to install your sink. You see a lot of plumbers crawling up underneath the sink, and that's because they're doing it wrong, man. You don't need to be all up underneath the sink. See, they teach that shit, and that's not the right thing to do. Go ahead and put a little bit of this plumber's tape on here. This just kind of seals the threads for water when you screw this on. So we got hot on the right side, so this will go on the right. And this just kind of forms a seal. Like I say, when you screw it on, it forms a tight little water seal, as you can see. So that way this tape kind of gets bound and wound up in there and just seals it on a little bit tighter than the other one. Go ahead and put this one on this side, cold. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. I need to fix that down there when I put it on, because I want my hot on the right side. So we just make sure that when I go down there, hot will be on the right side, cold will be on the left. Now the thing with the water sprayer, right? You want to put in the mechanism. So here's my water sprayer holder, right here. That'll just slide right on top of there. I'll go up underneath here now and I'll screw that on. Everything's setting up. So here's our water. Let me go ahead and then the hose will slide down, and we want to put the hose down in there, and then I'll just pull that hose back up through this hole. That way I can attach it up there. I'm not all up underneath the sink, everyone. There's no need to be all up underneath the sink, except for only this, like to attach this and then to attach that to the sink. When it comes to all the water valves and the hose, you don't really need to be doing all that shit. All right. We got this thing on. That's nice and tight on there. What I like to do is just take this water hose, kind of warm this rubber up just a little bit, kind of to get it flexible. That way there's no real turns or spins in it. And then we'll go ahead and we'll slide this down in here, just like so. Voila. Boom! Water thing is there. Then we'll go underneath here. We'll pop it up, right up underneath here like so. Then we'll attach this to that. Put a little bit of tape. Come on now. Get off my finger here. I hate when it's messing up. Don't mess up on me. I just need you to wrap around. That's it. Tear a little piece off. We don't need a lot. Just want enough to get it to wrap. There we go. That's it. Just a little bit, like that. See a little bit on there. We'll take this in here. We'll go ahead and screw that on, just like so. That way, that tape, it gets in there and it seals that up. It keeps it from, coming out any more than it needs to. Now, where is my? There we go. I'm looking for my handheld one. I'll go ahead and use this one though. I'll use my hand one. You don't need these on super duper tight neither. If you guys, as long as you got the tape in there. Yeah, it's tight, but not like you don't need to crank it. It's not like a big pipe system. I want to use this one. This one. There we go. Tightened on there. Just tighten them on to where you're using a little bit of strength, but not a lot. There we go. Let's hit that middle one as well. This little bitty one. Come on. All right. Oops. Got everything on. Now I'm going to slide all these down in here. Like that. Where's my sink faucet? Up here. There's my sink faucet or water spout. this off. As you see, we have all the steps done. Steps done. That step's done. Well, we got to put that on. Now, step 4, connect the spray hose with, okay, we done that. This, we have extra gaskets here. So here's some extra gaskets in case this breaks off of there. We have extra ones that will slide over on top of that. But for now, I believe this slides onto here. We just screwing it on. Yep, going down. And this will pull that into the gasket will pull into the sink itself. There we go. So then this just turns like that. Voila, we got all that on. Now let's make sure we get everything on the right way. There we go. Before we slide these things, now we'll go up underneath the sink and we got to attach those to the sink. And we're almost done. We'll turn the water back on. I have a spray nozzle like this. This is a cool little thing. I want to attach this to this spout as well, where that's a sprayer as well. I have to find my adapter. I have an adapter that will fit into this sink to allow the other one to go on. So we'll have to figure that out. All right, we got 7 minutes. Oh, gotta get back underneath here. One last time. This is the last time we gotta get underneath. Get these screwed in. So you see the ends here. We'll slide them up through here. Just like so. Turn them around on this thing here. Don't tell me that. No, no, no. All right. Hang on. Okay. I need to plug my light in real quick. My light died. My light's dying on me. And I noticed something. It sucks. sucks big balls. Because here, I'm going to have to remove these. And that sucks having to remove it, because I'll show you why. We should get on here the right way. Sucks because now they didn't make these things. They never do, which I think I should invent it, to be honest. Where this would not let me slide over to around that nut. Which is fine. It just means I have to spend more time up underneath the sink. Now, where is that? Other rubber gasket. There's the inside of the sink. Come on, don't tell me. Where are you? I can find. Come on, you gotta sit in here, right? There. I only wish there was just a little door flap, a little flap right here that you opened up that you could reach inside. All right. That one's on. Now let me line this up straight. Here it's all even. We'll go ahead and put this other one on. On. There we go. All right. Now sink is nice and on here good. Okay, that works. Thing on here. Got to turn the right way. All that's on. All right. So now before we hook the water stuff up, let's take a little break and read the comments in the comment section, and we'll install the actual water. Turn the sink on. See if it works. Come on, string. And we want you to have set time each day you will stream. You need to work with us, not work with who? I work alone. What the hell are you talking about? And Usman, peace be with you, Usman. I guess that's it, right? 3. All right. So I don't know what you're talking about. I need to work with who? I don't know what you're talking about here. I just go live whenever I decide to go live. I don't have any set date times, all that nonsense. I have other things in my life to do other than fucking YouTube. Get what I'm saying? YouTube is not my job. It's something that I do to put in my life history of different things. So when I get old man, I could turn it on and watch it later and see how foolish and crazy and wild I was. Otherwise, Wyatt, I don't really care. People got to challenge my theses. People need to challenge me. You understand what I'm saying? Need to challenge my claims. You know, the other day, that guy, he said bad thing. He called me names. So I was like, you know what? Fuck all of Europe. Let's just burn all of Europe up. You know what I mean? Let's raise the temperature up on Europe and cook them for calling me foul names that aren't true. Saying things about me that weren't true. Oh, looks like I got to plug this in again. Hopefully this works too. Oh, it's in the kitchen. I got to find that adapter. I really like that handy little spray nozzle that I got. I got a real long one too. I'll show you. Always moving shit around. Anyway, it's around here somewhere. Might be in my bathroom. I have to look for it. We'll look for it when it comes time to actually putting it on and stuff. But I got a real long one, about like that long. It's an extension and it moves like that from the sink head. So rather than grabbing the sprayer, I can move this little doohickey around. So I like my sink because it's a cooking. It's got deep deep bucket. Um, and I like all the spray action and the different things for it. You know, when you need to spray down noodles, spray down fruits, vegetables, all that type of stuff, it'll all be easy access. And the sprayer I use really for something else, because as long as I got a sprayer on the top handle, the nozzle, then pretty much that's all I need to move around for fruits, vegetables, and everything else. The big sprayers when I pull out whenever I gotta clean like pots and pans or other stuff that I use it for. But now we got to retape that thing on both sides. So get that, and then screw those water lines in, and then we'll turn the water back on, and hopefully everything was running smooth and we got no leaks. That's the main thing, is not having any fucking leaks coming out. Because it was fine as is, nothing was leaking. So I undo it and I got to put it back together. Hopefully it's put back together and it'll be fine. I accidentally left my water running all night long last night. Which might have been a good thing to do just one time, because it kind of cleaned out all the pipes. When I put the brand new ones in, everything clean, washed through, hopefully. All that water running. And the fucked up thing is, it wasn't the cold water, it was hot water. So my water tank was probably running. I don't know why I forgot that. I'm trying to think, did I turn it on? Did I use it in the morning or something? And then when I walked back, I saw it was on still. But like I said, I was using a different way. Now I'll be able to have the handles off and on. I'll know, usually I turn that off. The other way was different. But we'll wait. My battery's charging up and we'll wait. There's the light is charging up my battery on my light, getting that done. I need to just set this thing outside and let the solar power charge it up as well. That way it's fully charged. It wasn't fully charged when I used it, because I've been down in my basement installing different things. I still have to install a knob type thing. It didn't seem to fit through there, and it was a proper size, but it seemed like it wasn't screwing in, and I was stunned. I'm still shocked by why it's not screwing in. But then again, it goes back to that fucking people who owned this place before. They were using fucking, now this is a house. They were using piping systems for trailers because it's cheaper. So it's like the 1/2 inch trailer pipe. It's not exactly fitting with the 1/2 inch home pipes. So there's like this slight offness to it. And it's like, God, man. So I spent over $30 already just trying to repair that so I can have my water hose running. But I'm thinking I may just install an actual pipe straight out from that main line to the outside. And that way I can screw in my piping from my water hose just directly to the outside of my home. But that means I've got to get water piping to, all the piping that goes directly outside, and kind of drill a hole through that wall that's underneath the floorboards. I'll have to go underneath the crawl space to do all that shit. So that way I can actually install a water spigot out there. Let's see, is it charged up enough for me? Dang, still wasn't no blue light, no red light, no none light. It's bright on. may have to charge this 24-hour charge on it. I left it downstairs in my basement on, is what I did when I was doing work down there. Then I left it on and I went upstairs, shut the trap door on it and everything, just left it on all night long. I think it was on for 2 fucking days. So the battery's completely drained in it. But I just need enough light. If not, if it keeps shutting off, I'll grab my lamp and plug my lamp in and have my lamp light underneath there. I think this is, I'll give it a little bit longer. I think it's enough light for me to get the job done of what I need to do. Otherwise, like I say, I'll just grab the lamp light. But let's go back. Let's get started. I want to get this done out of the way. I hate doing this type of work. You know what I mean? It's tedious. It's easy, but it's all tedious. I always have to. I don't like climbing all up underneath the damn sink and shit like that. Let's go ahead and get up underneath here. Let's come on now. What's going on? Plug the charger in to the phone. There's really bright now. A lot more light. Cold water. Cold water on the right, hot water on the left, but it's really not supposed to be like that. Let's get up in here. Let's see. Maybe move this down a little bit out of the way. A little bit of this tape here. I can't wrap it around here again without fucking that all up. Wrap it. Got it moving. Move on me. There we go. Got you taped on. There you go. Now let's find this end here. All right. You're on. Let's get this tape again. Oh. Wood eating into my back again. Let's try to get this tape here. Let's put this in. This pipe here. Wrap you around. There you go. All right. Yeah, there you go. Got you a little bit of tape on here. Grab this one. All right. Got it on. Got it on. Just needs to be tautened up. And for that, I'm going to use my elephant. I call this my elephant because written on it, it literally says elephant on it. All right. And so much fucking mess in here right now. I may have to use this damn thing here. I can't grip it with the other one. It's too big. Try this one. Go. Slowly going. Got this thing right here. It keeps getting in my way of my hand. I believe it's tight on there enough. We'll work it. We'll work both of them. For now, let's hook up this line down here on the bottom. That way I can give my back a little rest. Let's take this here. Wrap a little tape around this right here. All right. Righty. And we'll go ahead and slide this one on here. See if my little thing will slide over on it. Yeah, help me out a bit. I'm gonna crank this on here. I'll grab my one. Get this on there nice and tight. Okay, there, that's on. Go ahead and slap this one on. Get a little tape on it. If I can find where my tape goes. I hate that that's twisted like that. I may have to undo the top. Hate that shit. I wish they'd make these things where they don't do this shit. Well, I want them perfect. I don't want to have to redo this shit. So if I have to change it, undo it, and put it on right, I'm going to do it because I'm not fooling with this anymore. I want it on here right and done right. I want all this bullshit going on. No more. I've dealt with it for too long. All we got to do is get the other one tightened on, and we're done. I'm going to take another break. I hate being up underneath there. Get that on my back. My back does not like this shit. At least the sprayer was already hooked up. We didn't have to fool with going under, climbing underneath there to get all that shit done. Now the other one's going to be hard because there's really no room for a wrench. I may try to find a little wrench like that will slide over it that I can crank, because it's difficult. Because I got a deep sink and it's all up in the way. But we'll get it. Like I say, it takes a little bit of time. It takes a little bit of time. But once it's done, it's done. But it's bad on my back. My back getting up in there. I need to find me a wrench that will fit over these. Let's grab this one here. Take it outside here and see if I don't have a free wrench. Free one like this. I'm gonna have to grab my big tool bucket. Something that's littler that has a it's got. Are you kidding me? Wrenches I have. Not one of these. It says elephant. You grab this one. Just use this. Just because. I also have this. My plumbing wrench. I may use this as well. I'll try using these just to get up in there easier. I just need to grip it. It's hard to get a grip inside those openings. Usually this elephant here, it's got a shorter handle than the larger ones, but it's sturdy, but it has a shorter handle than the other one. So the handle is shorter but the mechanism is heavy duty, so it makes it easier in a small area. So as you see, it's the same kind of length as this handle here. But with this one, I'll be able to turn it different ways, try to get in if I can't use this, if this is going to hinder me. But we'll give it a try. We only got one more to screw on. You get what I'm saying? And that's that top one. And then make sure the other one's tight too. And we'll turn that hot water on and see if we can't heat all the piping up. I really don't like that spin, the twist that's happened in that. I'm probably going to have to undo that, straighten that out, and try to get it straight just to where the top piece spins. So when the top is spinning, the whole thing is spinning. We don't want that thing spinning. We just want that spinning. That way that water, it's not going through some twirly, twisty, spinny straw-like thing. Because I want it done right. But let's get in there. We got to get this done. Let's get this out of the way. Moving around too much, taking breaks. But I got to see. I got to lay on this pad here because I'm up high as well. I'm not like laying down on the floor. I'm actually up in the air. My back's on a bend. The other pipe looks good. It's that hot water pipe that looks like it's needs adjusting. That. Damn it. Come on, now. Stay like that. Don't move. I may undo this sink here just to get it out of my fucking way. I should have done that, but okay, I can get in here. I have an opening, more of an opening. Okay, let's get this a fucking try. I don't like the spin on this. Let's undo this. It's this fucking thing here. I don't need that up. See, my hand can't hit nothing over here. That damn thing in there. Now, at least I can grip it. This just needs to be up out of the way here. And then without that spin, doesn't need to spin. There. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but we got it straight. Now we just need to tighten it. This one will be that way too, so make sure that's straight. So I usually tape all these pipes, this stuff right here out of the way into the wall. Still got to get up in here and tighten this one out. That's the hard one. I don't know if my elephant will allow me to do that. Give it a try now. Crank it up. There we go. Let's get back in there and do it one more turn. All right. Got any juice in you? Come on. There we go. Get it really cranked here. Open up and say, oh, there we go. I believe we got that one nice and tight. Finally. Now let's get this one. This one's even more difficult. See, this needs to be stretched out with that hot water. Turn. Turn this side. Switch it back to this side. There we go. And back to this side. Give it a little nice crank there. There we go. And crank on this side. All right. Let's see, one more on this side. Come on now. Why won't you? If I can get it here. Just get it. There we go. There we go. All right. One more crank this way. I think that's good. What about this? Let's see. Can we do anything more on this side? Let's try a little bit. All right, yeah, we can go to crank on that side. Crank it again. All right. I think we got it. Got it on. Push this back down here. I'm gonna have to turn the water on and see what happens. Let me install my drain pipe here first. There we go. Now let me go down, turn the water on. See what happens. All right. Line is on. I don't see no leaks. No leaks. That's a good sign. Right. Let it all let it run and fill back up again. Pressure wise. We're gonna have to pull this. Let's see, turn that off. Let this hot water come out. Pull this. I want to pull this hose far out. Okay. There, twist in it. I want it to bypass this little twist. There we go. That way I have a whole big hose. And we'll let this water, hot water, run through this. Trying to open that up. We have water. No leaks. Everything working perfectly. Hose is now. Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna let this. I'll let that slide. That hose slide back down. Pull back down off again. Let's take a look at the hose down here. So you see how I got the hose now? It's open, or it's not. What do you call it? Twisted up. It's more open in the range. Still a little twisted right here. I don't want that twist, period. Because that causes problems. When you get a twist like that, you don't want to twist it. You don't want to twist it. I want it to be able to come up. You understand what I'm saying? Without this twist, I want it to be there it is. There we go. Now I don't have that twist. Oops. There, I don't have that. I don't have that twist in it. That's what I don't want. But I do have it behind that one pipe, as you see, is I don't want it to pull all the way up neither. That's why I put it behind the other wire, or the main line, so that way it kind of stops it from, being able to tug on that inside. It'll hit that line first before. But now I got to figure out my cold water pressure is really low. Now I have this. What is this? This screen? Well, the screen's there. I gotta get the adapter that screws in here. gonna find that. I gotta figure this thing out right here. Like what is it for? Why is it extra in here? I know what these are for. See, there's nothing that tells me in the service manual what that extra filter is for, because this has already got a filter inside here. I wonder if that's what it is. Okay, so this. Okay, so it's just it's an extra filter for inside here. But this is good because this right here, as you see, I can remove that and I can add this thingy right here onto here. Well, it should be. It's a little bit too big. I'm gonna find my whatchamacallit. I'll show you. But let me test this water pressure by doing something downstairs. Hang on. Did that bring more water pressure on? Hot water's got tons of water pressure, the hot water. Cold water, that's not good. Let me crank it all the way and see if it does it. Did it? Still not. Cold water pressure is just so weak. That's not right. Should be coming out just like that. What that tells me is in my house somewhere, I am losing water pressure. That's what that's telling me. In my house somewhere, cold water pressure is being lost. Other than that, it works. I don't really have a high water bill. That's what, I called the water company about all this, and they are telling me that I'm back down to my normal water because I had fixed some piping. So I had fixed some piping that that they said needed to be fixed. I did all that, but I'm still like, there's still something, because I think I can even go lower in the amount of water that I'm using. I think somewhere in my house, at one of the joints with the basic copper piping, I'm losing water pressure, and I'm pretty sure it very well could be right here. I'll show you guys. But I've got all the piping, all the stuff to fix it. I just haven't got to it. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I'm hoping that that's where it's at. Hoping. Right here, as you see, this is bad. This water piping right here, that's bad news. They fake. Look, see how I have water dripping right there? I don't know if you can tell. Let's see. Let's turn this thing on instead. So right about right there, you see there's water. Water is dripping from this area right here. So I need to change out that piping. Whatever they've got. They've got some fucking clamp. Like ridiculous shit. They got some fucking weird fucking clamp there. Rather than just taking the fucking pipe off, solder it back on the right fucking way. But I don't see there's no other piping, that has that kind of leakage there. But that's where I believe my cold water. And when I touch this, just to touch it, no, I mean, that's the hot water tank for some, that's the hot water right here. Here's the cold water, the pipe behind it. This is the hot water. That's so fucking odd. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is so odd why my cold water is really lost water pressure big time. That's not normal. So now I got to figure out cold water wise, where the fuck in my piping system is that going wrong? But at least my sink's right, And I'm not getting a super high bill, by the way. My bill's not getting super high. It's just I don't like. I mean, that's that water pressure. Look at the diff. That's hot water, and it's the hot water one that's all fucked up down there. So I'm trying to figure out cold water wise, where in the world is it doing this shit? Oh, here's the mechanism I wanted to show you. So here's the doohickey that you can attach to the sink. So there's got this thing here. Let's see if we can do that. If it'll fit. It's like I say, anything that will, help me out in a manner that doesn't, that I'm not moving my sink around a lot, because I want it to last for a while. Get this way. This is a screw mechanism to fit on. I'm wondering if this will fit over this one. Please let it fit. There we go. But will it stay cranked. Popped off. Maybe I don't need this rubber thing in here. I took it from the other one. Let's see if it'll crank on more. I mean, it's tied on. Yeah, it needs that rubber thing. Let me just try to crank it more. See, this thing moves, and I like having this thing. That way, you're not moving your sink too much. Let's give this a try again, but we'll push it on here. Really kind of. Yeah, it's not letting me. Keeps pushing back. It wasn't tightening like the other one. It's just gonna pop off. Yeah. Pop right off. So I got to get a smaller. No, no. Even with this one. I just need to get some washers for these mechanisms. They work. See, so they all fit on here. Okay. Can't unscrew this one. Come on now. Anyway, that works. That one works on there. But what I'm looking for is I had that in there, keep that in there. Just put this one back on here just for now. You know what? I may take this one off. I'm just going to put that little one on. Because I like it. Like I say, I like using this little thing doohickey here. Just tighten it on here. See how I can move it around the sink and have it like that? I'd rather have this one because this one's more of a flexible one. It's lower. This one's up a little higher, but that's fine. You know, it is what it is. I like to keep that one on though. And let's take all these sink doohickeys, throw them in my bag here. That way we got everything we need. All the sink stuff is in here. All right, so we got everything working. Everything's done. But I need to find where my cold water is leaking out from, where I'm losing water pressure through these pipe systems. And then I'll change out those pipes. Other than that, I think I'm good to go. This will save on my water bill as well. That type of stuff. Lower it down. Lower it down about $20, especially when I use that headpiece. So you see how all that water comes out really fast with the headpiece. It causes a spray, which causes more pressure for the water to come down, but less water coming out. So that saves about $20 a month using that on my water bill. Now we got to figure out that cold water. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Peace be with you. Shalom. Assalamu alaikum. As always, enjoy the rest of your day or your evening, whichever one you were in.